you know what you know how it guesses the end? So it came up, all I did was type in political correct. I got to the C. So it's guessing political correctness, first one. Second one's political correctness definition. Third one's political correctness gone mad. So apparently this is something that's getting searched for pretty regularly. This tells me that there's a decent-sized audience out there that believes that political correctness is a bad thing when it apparently gets to a certain level. Now, here's my main thing about political correctness. Think of something right now that's politically correct. What's politically correct? That you that you don't say Merry Christmas and you instead say Happy Holidays? Okay, I think that's a pretty good example. I say in America, say Merry Christmas. Say it all day long. But if your neighbor is Muslim and the neighbor downstairs from you is Jewish, and you say Merry Christmas when they always make it a point to say to you Happy Holidays because they don't want to impose their faith upon you, isn't it just a kind thing to do for them in that particular case? So how is that a war on Christmas? What that's called is showing respect to people. Now, if you're just among your friends or doing whatever, look, it's a free country. You can say fucking Merry Christmas if you want all day long. You can put 400 baby Jesuses on your front lawn, each one with a different shade of hair color. You can do that. It's America. But the question is, how do you choose to present your religious and political beliefs or your race or your cultural beliefs if you know that there are others around you that are good people that have differing views? What about just showing them some respect? Nobody's taking your Christmas away. You can still say Merry Christmas. But don't you feel a twinge of, God, this person doesn't celebrate Christmas and I'm telling them Merry Christmas. It's almost like I'm flaunting my religion in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's wrong with saying, hey, Happy Holidays? I'm going to wait till I get together with my Christmas friends to say Merry Christmas. That's my view on it. Now, this is a huge debate. It is a huge debate. And I would never tell you to restrain yourself when speaking in America. For those of you that know me on Facebook, I did a status the other day that said, I need to make sure we still have the First Amendment in America. So I typed bomb, 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 fire, bonfire, bonfire. Then I said, your religion sucks. Your lack of religion sucks. Your political party sucks. Baseball, hot dogs, and apple pie have made America fat. And I said, this is the end of my First Amendment test. Just had to make sure I was still an American. So you're not going to find anybody that believes more than me that we need to protect the freedom of speech. But what's wrong with good manners? When does good manners become being politically correct has made us soft and made us run away from the truth? Not in that case. Not when you're just showing people who have a different belief system than you a little respect. At least match their respect. You know, if they're knocking on your door every 2 days during December and saying, Happy Hanukkah, hey, Happy Hanukkah, hey, Happy Hanukkah. Well, sure, I would fight back with Merry Christmas. And I would put a baby Jesus outside their door every day. I mean, they're fucking with you. Fuck with them back. Golden rule, man. So the question is, when is political correctness something that has made someone soft or made someone afraid versus just showing respect? I say be as politically correct as necessary to respect your fellow American, assuming that they are behaving well and you know, not doing anything wrong. What's wrong with that? How is that so wrong? I don't know. Looking at political correctness gone mad, I'm seeing a lot of hate already. I'm already... All right, I'm pulling up one from called hereisthecity.com, and I don't know what their angle is. That's kind of what I like about sites that I've never heard of, because it's kind of fresh to me. because I spend a lot of time looking at news and checking facts, and it gets boring. So here are 11 examples of political correctness gone mad. It says the BBC has dropped the use of the terms before Christ and Anno Domini on one of their programs and decided that the terms before Common Era and Common Era are more appropriate. Is that so wrong? Is that so bad? For people that don't believe in Christianity, should they have to constantly refer when dealing with a time scale to terms that specifically relate to Christianity? I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, it's just a way to respect everybody. You're not losing your religion. I don't get it. I just don't get it. The European Parliament introduced proposals to outlaw titles stating marital status such as Miss, M-I-S-S, and Mrs., M-R-S, so as not to cause offense. It's also meant that Madam and Mademoiselle, Frau and Fraulein, and Senora and Senorita would be banned. That is an example of political correctness gone mad there. Because I don't see how you can offend someone by addressing them by the proper title. That's, you know, I don't get that. That one sounds a little weird to me. Throughout several U.S. councils and organizations, any terms using the word man as a prefix or suffix have been ruled as not being politically correct. Manhole is now referred to as a utility or maintenance hole. I don't see anything wrong with that, folks. You know, if you were a woman out there working every day and your job was to go into sewers, maybe you'd get sick of hearing it called a manhole cover. You'd be looking around going, all right, where the fuck's the man? I'm the one going down in this pile of shit here. Why don't we call it woman hole? A people hole, you know. People like holes. We've got a history with holes. And there's nothing wrong with people hole. Is that so bad to just show respect to others who... It's a bit presumptuous, a lot of these things that are not PC. What is it? Is it a toughness thing? We're tougher if we just say, fuck everybody, we're calling it a manhole cover. That's right. Spotted dick, a classic English dessert, has been renamed to avoid embarrassment. The traditional pud, I love British writing, P-U-D, Spotted Dick has been given the title Spotted Richard after UK council bosses feared the original name might cause offense. Well, I say anytime you get a chance to enjoy pud called Spotted Dick, you go for it. I personally would not, but you go for it. You go ahead. And if they say Spotted Richard, say, no, I didn't come for the Spotted Richard. I'm here for the pud called Spotted Dick. If you don't have that, you won't get my coins. That's right. You won't get my spotted cash. How about that? A school in Seattle renamed its Easter eggs Spring Spheres to avoid causing offense to people who did not celebrate Easter. Oh, it's the same thing. That's not really... We're back on religion again. I don't know, calling people fat, calling people retarded. I like to use the word retarded. I think it's a funny word. If I'm ever the clinical definition of what retarded used to mean, I encourage you to laugh at my expense all day long. And that may be a little bit crass. Maybe I need some sensitivity training there. I mean, we're all individuals. Some of us we're a little weaker on some issues, strong on some. I think the sex, race, and religion thing is a pretty big deal. The rest of it, the jury's out in my mind. The jury is out in my mind. Is there a jury in your mind? What's good, APOC? APOC's in the house. Ash, your piggy looks a little... this is weird. Now, what are the chances that you're doing a radio show and you have some small number of people in your chat room and not one, but two of them have pet pigs? If I were working in statistics and probability on this particular issue, I'd say that I'd probably be more likely to have suffered some radiation poisoning from Fukushima and grown a penis out of my forehead spontaneously. Now, personally, I'd be pretty proud of that. I'd get special hats made. I would wave my head a lot in order for the movement to show, because that draws attention. Movement draws attention. I would, whenever I got an idea, I would fling it. I would fap it, like, look, I got an idea. It's not a light bulb. No, that's not a light bulb. I would powder it, because people powder their face anyway, but especially if you've got a penis and a scrotum on your forehead because you're a victim of an unfortunate radiation poisoning incident, you got to get heavy with the gold bond, because nobody wants an oily dick on their forehead, honestly. I mean, you could put blush on, I guess. What are you going to do? You can't hide it. You could wear a big hat and just pretend it's hair, but, you get excited. Oh, no, you're a unicorn. Look at that. No. Now, that's an idea. Put a party cone hat over it and just be a unicorn when you get excited. There you go. That's what I'd do. I'd wear a party cone hat all the time. That's what if I had one on my forehead, personally, that is what I would do. I'd get a comfortable one made with a little liner around it so it's soft and not cutting into the skin. And, I think I would, when you have a penis on your forehead, you have to make, there's a whole different line of thinking that would go on in your life. You have to think about who you're going to be around, what they're going to see, what are you going to do when you have naughty thoughts. The way things are currently arranged, it's pretty easy to hide, depending, but not so much when it's on the forehead. And I feel for anyone who's had an unfortunate genetic malfunction from a radiation poisoning, who has grown, say, for example, a vagina on the back of their neck. What a terrible thing, because now you got to wear a scarf all the time. You might not have fresh days, and then a queef, people will go, what? How did that even happen just now? Did you put your hand under your arm? Nope. It was just a regular old queef right out the back of my neck. Yeah, this is the problem with radiation poisoning, and I hope this doesn't happen to anyone, especially if you were to have, say, a vagina where your ear was and a penis where your chin is and 4 fingers growing out of your cheekbone. Because can you imagine the confusion? Human beings are pre-wired to recognize other human faces. We've got it in us. So now you've thrown 3 things at me at once that do not belong in this picture, and 2 of them are highly provocative. That could cause a person to have a stroke right off the bat. Yeah, I'm just saying. And since I'm just saying, I'm not responsible for anything that happens as a result of those words. I'm looking at Facebook right now, and it's interesting. How about KTap? Guy calls me KTap. I don't really want a radio name, but I need something a little shorter. Kevin E. Kierstead sounds way too, Samuel L. Jackson-y. How about KTap? How about KTap? There's nothing wrong with it. KTap. What do you guys think? KTAP. Put it in the chat. Give that a vote. Up or down, thumbs up or thumbs down. Give me a yay or a nay or what the hey. And what I'll do is, Pappy always needs to get a little break in halfway through the show. I'd say we're further than halfway through. Actually, I might push on for about another 10 minutes and then call it a night, because we've been going an hour, and my voice is starting to feel that familiar hum of failure. I'm trying to think if I missed any topics that I said I would talk about. If I did, oh well. I used to feel guilty about that, but not in my present condition, I don't. Let's see, anything else politically correct? Some U.S. schools now have a holiday tree every at Christmas, rather than a Christmas tree. Well, look, here's what it's all about. you think of America and you look at her Constitution, and the Constitution